All right, folks, welcome back. We're talking about the biggest time killers in revenue, in sales, and how to overcome them with AI. Okay, we're going to get into follow up. So, this is like meeting follow up. So, why does follow up matter? Follow up is probably the unsung hero in sales. In order to show professionalism and keep the momentum going, you really want to make sure that you're doing follow up and that you're doing it quickly. But it continues to build the relationship. It really clarifies what happened in the meeting, and it really can differentiate you because, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that don't do great follow-up, which is a sin, I think, in sales. Now, the key components of follow-up are things like a thank you note, just thanking them for being on the meeting. You're going to give them the summary of what took place. You're going to summarize the action items, and then attach any other additional resources that you think will be helpful. Things like case studies, any other information that you think would be good. You're going to reinforce the value that you provide. And I would say, from a best practice perspective, you really want to send this within 24 hours and personalize it. Personalize it based on what you heard. You want to be very clear, and you want to have a clear next step of what you want them to do, right? So if you do these things, I think this is the best practice of how you should do follow-up. And not everybody does it. But if you're not doing it right now, here's how you do it with AI. It gets to be super, super simple. Let's take a look at a prompt. Now, this prompt is pretty lengthy, but it's because we want it to be very, very thorough. So here's how it goes. As an AI sales communication expert, please help craft an effective follow-up message based on the following information. Now, the role is to be a sales representative for the company. The context is, I've just completed, tell it the type of meeting, maybe it's a discovery call with such and such client and X company. This is our first interaction. The prospect is in this stage of the buyer's journey. So that's the context, and you can provide it a whole bunch of information, context on your product, a context on the meeting summary. And what I would recommend that you do is actually, most people are recording their calls, but take the transcript from the call and attach it as well. So your AI can actually go through and see a summary and build the email off of what was actually said in the meeting. You want to give it a task. The task would be create a personalized and compelling follow-up email that summarizes key points, provides the value, and moves the sales process forward. Then you want to give it specifics on the output, which is provide a structured email that includes personalized greeting, a meeting summary, key takeaways, value add content, clear next steps or a call to action, and professional closing. And you can also, if you want, include a previous follow-up email that you love. You can include that in there, and AI will actually mimic that. So it'll create it based on that. Then, like I said, you want to provide it any other details on what was included. Now, if you have notes, you can go ahead and attach them in. I recommend have AI do the transcription of your video call, or if you're automatically getting transcripts, go ahead and attach that in there. And then you want to put in any other resources or context that is out there. It can be some of the meeting research that you did in advance. Go ahead and include that in there. If there are any unique value propositions that your company has with its solution, I would also attach those in. And what I recommend, any context that you're going to be providing often, is that you go ahead and save that in a handy spot. I recommend using something like a Google document that's available on your computer, on your phone, so that you can easily cut and paste that in to your AI, because you're going to be using AI on lots of different platforms very, very soon. With this type of prompt here, with all these specifics, it's going to return a really great meeting follow-up that you can take and easily attach that into an email and get really, really good at doing meeting follow-up. And I guarantee you this is going to help level you up in your sales game and lead to additional sales. So implement this immediately if you can. I'm also going to attach a prompt guide that has all of these prompts. It's going to be attached into the course. So you should be able to go find this here in case you're trying to read it. They'll all be in that prompt guide. All right. Good luck and good selling.